In this lesson, you will learn to solve tasks involving equations with variables. In the previous lesson, 4.14, we solved equations that include a variable or a letter in the place of an unknown number. In today's lesson, we will explore this further through the tasks we will solve. Here, we are given two scales. The first scale measures the weight of 2 squares and 1 circle as 8 pounds, while the second scale measures the weight of 3 circles as 12 pounds. Our goal is to figure out how much 1 square weighs and how much 1 circle weighs. We can represent these two scales as equations by drawing the squares and circles like this. We can also represent this with variables. S plus C equals 8, and C plus C plus C equals 12. Using variables makes it easier to spot an entry point to solve this task. We can more easily see the repeated addition in the second equation. C plus C plus C can be expressed as 3 groups of C, or 3 multiplied by C, which is equivalent to 12. Therefore, C equals 4, because 3 multiplied by 4 equals 12. The weight of the circles is 4 pounds each. We can then rewrite the first equation, replacing the C with the number 4. Our new equation is S plus 4 equals 8. Using the part-whole representation, we can see that we need to subtract 4 from 8, which leaves us with 4, which is how much the two squares weigh together. Our new equation is 2 multiplied by S equals 4, which we can solve to give us the weight of each square as 2 pounds. We can then check our answers by inserting them into the original equations. 2 plus 2 plus 4 equals 8, and 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals 12. Both equations have equivalent expressions on each side, so they are balanced. Our second task gives us 3 scales. We will use the strategies from the first task to help us solve this task. Specifically, we will represent each scale as an equation using variables to help us identify an entry point to begin solving the task. Square plus rectangle equals 13. Circle plus square plus rectangle equals 21. Circle plus square equals 14. Written with variables, it will be S plus R equals 13, C plus S plus R equals 21, and C plus S equals 14. While there are several entry points to solve this task, let's focus on the similarities in the second and third equations. Notice that they both have C plus S. We know that the value of this combination of shapes is 14. So we can actually replace C plus S with the number 14 in the second equation to have 14 plus R equals 21. Using the part-whole model, we can solve that the weight of the rectangle is 7. We can then replace the R in the first equation with our calculated value of 7. Our new equation would be S plus 7 equals 13. We can then solve S to be 6 pounds. With that information, we can rewrite the final equation to C plus 6 equals 14, or 2 multiplied by C plus 6 equals 14. Using part-whole again, we can solve that C equals 4. Therefore, the weight of the square is 6 pounds, the weight of the rectangle is 7 pounds, and the weight of the circle is 4 pounds. We can again check our solution by replacing each variable with the weight we've calculated. 6 plus 7 equals 13, 4 plus 4 plus 6 plus 7 equals 21, and 4 plus 4 plus 6 equals 14. Tasks of this nature are complex and do require multiple steps to solve. By using variables, we can more easily discover familiar patterns and use known mathematical principles to solve each task. Doing so one step at a time allows us to see how each step relates to and builds toward the next step. In this lesson, you learned how to write equations and solve tasks using variables.